What's up, everybody? Hope you're doing alright. Give me a second. Hope everybody's doing well. Hope everybody had a great Saturday. How is everybody doing? I'm just getting everything pulled up now. And just a small forewarning and precursor, it's probably not going to be as long as it normally is. That is just something that I am almost certain of. Sorry. But how we doing? Hello, hello. What's up, Matt? Brangus, hello. Doing fine, good. Hiya, Kev. How you feeling? I am feeling, I'm in good spirits. Hi. What's up, Alien? How you doing? I know Jesse was just finishing up. Complete W stream, by the way. What's up, Ant? How you doing? Hope you're doing well, fam. Glad you're here. F Miranda 53. Hello. Welcome. How are you? Good to see you. I'm on my train on the way to the show. Oh no, Alien! I hope you have a great time at the fashion show, though. I know you mentioned that you were in it, but it was just a casual thing, but I hope you have fun. Kev, Jesse! How you doing, Jess? Complete W stream. I really enjoyed that one, you guys. Good luck at the show, indeed. What's up, Rangus? Lori! What's up, boo? Maddie G. W stream as always, sir. You, man, you were cracking me up today. Probably like an hour or so I'll hang. Excellent. Thank you for all you do for us. Now, thank you, guys, truly. I mean, it has become a nice place to hang out in your stream, and it has quickly evolved into something that I look forward to every single week. I know that you're trying out different days and all that, but honestly, like, those streams happen right when they need to, it seems. So, yeah, keep doing what you guys are doing, and I'm more than happy to do whatever I can to see you guys grow. What's up, JB? How you doing, fam? Put the pics in Discord if I can. You absolutely can, unless you mean, like, if you're able. Yeah, Lori wasn't able to comment on your stream halfway through, Jesse. And sorry about that. But she was there. She tolded me. Fox, you here? Question for you. Or I'll DM you. I don't know if Fox is here yet. He might pop in. But you might best be better off DMing him anyway. But I know that he ordered a lot of moon cards off of the internet, but... Thank you for the kind words, Kat. We really look forward to your streams as well. I'm super excited for Storytime Monday. Yes, Storytime Monday. So, Monday, the one thing I wasn't kind of thinking about last week was Monday's actually a holiday, Memorial Day. So, of course, if everybody has plans or doing something on Memorial Day, totally understand. But I think I'm still going to do it. But, yeah, totally just wanted to bring that to light. I know it is a holiday, so if you do have plans, by all means, you know... other obligations, don't feel obligated to come, but it'll also be something like, if you don't have anything to do, let me be the one that has something for you to do, and listen to an amazing story that's inspired me greatly over the years. Plans to be hanging out with you on your show, man. I appreciate that. You guys are great. So everybody have your coffee? I am here. Whoa, what's up? How are you, Fox? He said, hey to you, Cat. Oh, I'm sorry, Fox. I missed you when it was all coming in. Fox, do you need the iron hands from Prismatic? It has a moon. I only say iron hands because I don't know if there's an iron head. There's an iron crown, iron hands, iron sides, iron thorns, iron bundle, iron jugulus, but I don't think there's an iron head yet. But now that you said it, it'll probably be. I have a pretty exciting stream for y'all. I had too much coffee. Yes, no more coffee for Maddie G. Thanks again for that, Alien. I am here. I am here. I am here. Excellent. So yeah, I have some pretty interesting stories, but first and foremost, I did want to, of course, do the courteous thing. Y'all have been asking me periodically throughout the day how my back is doing. Oh, my coffee's done. Excellent. Hi, I'm new. Becca Fortnite in my chat? Can I fangirl for a second? My god. If anybody here is a big fan of Fortnite, please go sub up to Becca Fortnite. That is what she does. Super appreciate you being here. And I hope you're doing well, fam. Have you gotten everything that you set out to get today? I'm here. Nat Gooch, how's it going? Oh, thank you for that. I need to be better at doing stuff like that. But yeah, I have very interesting stories to tell. I've got some very interesting mail today. In fact, the mail is what might have inspired me to actually go live. So my back is doing, I will say, sadly, no better, no worse. But I am able to get up and down a little bit easier. So I will say progress is being made, which is why I decided to stream tonight. But I've also decided that I'm going to limit myself and make sure that I keep my posture. I'm not going to focus on me as much as I do. So I do apologize. I'll be focusing more on my hands than my face as normal. But I am keeping my back straight. I do have ice on it right now. But if it is a shorter stream, that would be the why for it. I did get a whole bunch of mail that showed up today. And the very first thing that I did want to ask is, I do believe you're in the stream, and I received your package today. I know I told you that, but I know that you sent a backstory in Discord, and I was curious if the backstory is something that I could read out loud. So just let me know. See. Great stream, guys. Growing! I hope you're doing well. Alien, someone just left their bag on the train, so I tried to chase them and give it to them, but they just looked at me like a crazy foreigner and ignored me. I guess it's going to the station staff lost and found. Man, that's so funny. Man, Alien, you're such a good person. Taking a break from the moonset, working on the Japanese Pokédex. Okay. Sorry I can't help more. My only advice I have, your can't, so there's that. Have a good stream, guys. Growing reality, it's really good to see you. If you want, Fox, I'll send it to you. Yep, I'm here. You can do whatever you'd like to. I'm not shy. Okay, excellent. Thanks, Ant. I appreciate that. What's up, Adam Jones? How are you doing today? And did you get everything that you set out to get today? Excellent. I appreciate that. I was just reading that one more time, man, and it's definitely something that, well, not only I'll appreciate forever and I'll always cherish, but these are some of, like, the coolest cards that I think I've ever come across, and for you to say, like, I know it's not much, this is, like, more than enough. And things like this, gifts and you know, I'm at a loss of words. I'm at a loss for words. Happy Saturday, Ricky. How you doing, fam? I really appreciate you popping in. I was just opening some mail from Mr. Antalgic. What's going on, right, Matt? I'm Jones, sleep as hell, but can't even keep down water, Adam. No. I'm so sorry to hear that. What's up, Ricky? I really hope you're doing well, fam. Happy Saturday to you. Emmanuel Moraes, I hope you're doing well. And long story short here, there was a little bit of backstory, and he pretty much said that when he was a teen, he lost everything that he owned in storage except a 5-star binder of Pokemon cards. Grew up, he always kept the binder and never really opened it. Went through a pretty dark point, and opened the binder because it crossed his mind that these are the only things that maybe he has to his name. And since then, he got back into the Pokemon and got into our wonderful YouTube community. Found a whole lot of characters and finally stumbled across a person. Long story short, very appreciative of you. Thank you. I'm at an absolute loss of words, man. Thank you so much for this. And upon when I open these cards here, well, let me just let the art do the talking. But man, never have I ever received something so thoughtful, so thank you for that. Kevin, no complaints. Went to a card show, unloaded some sealed, so left with a couple bucks. Been a great day. Excellent. Did you pick up any new cards while you were there, or was it solely for the selling? But happy you had a good day, man, as always. Always a good day when a plan comes together. So, we're going to start here. This is Unknown K, first edition from Neo. Artist, CBCG Gangs. Probably one of those art design teams. Also, amazing sleeves. Favorite sleeves ever, by the way. Unknown K. For Kev the PokéGhost. Hold on to that for me, Hunter. Going back a little bit. Unknown Alphabet next. My son is trying to do that, Alien. But he's trying to do the 3D render. Thank you, Emmanuel. That's what I was going for, the 3D rendering. And the lights. Where's Mishins? I hope Mishins will pop in. That's a really cool card. A first edition Golbat from Fossil. Absolutely wonderful. Gorgeously sent. Like, these cards are darn near perfect. Once it strikes, it will not stop draining energy from the victim, even if it gets too heavy to fly. Draining energy from the victim. No new cards. I was looking to upgrade my Charizard EX Secret from Evolutions from a 9 to a 10, but couldn't make a deal. Maybe tomorrow when the vendors are more eager to sell. So it's a 2-day show. Excellent, excellent. And best of luck to you, but yeah, I can imagine that when it comes down to the wire, maybe they don't have another one for a while, they might be more eager to sell. But beautiful card, absolutely wonderful piece of history. Where's my manners? Of course, that's Kokomaru Uminu, artist. Then we're going to get into one of my favorite trainers of all time, Sabrina. And of course, take note, it is Neo, or I'm sorry, Gym Heroes. But it's got the cameos that I love so much. I love when Pokemon are featured in trainers, and Sabrina's ESP has it. But oh, it was good. Also packed up a couple Magic cards for my binder. Excellent, excellent for your brothers into Magic. The cool thing about Magic I found just recently is they have dual-sided cards. Poor Oddish, right? Look at him. Love Sabrina, right? And Pokegirl Jessie has cosplayed Sabrina. And W doll work too. That's just all I gotta say. Pokedoll's so cute. So awesome, awesome. Getting into another trainer that speaks to me a lot, Erica, in good manners. And her little bell spout, Reaping Bell, Victory Bell, hybrid plant. I'm sure these are just the flowers they were based on, but I think that's a pretty cool Easter egg. Wearing her for the PokeFest Con in July. Excellent. She is map art worthy. Oh, you think? That's PokéGhost. And PokéGhost, he does map art in Minecraft. So he pretty much makes a map of an overhead and then pretty much lays bricks like pixels and then makes a map art out of it. And I think that he saw a card the other day that he's like, you know what, I think it was Lily's Clefairy. Lily is what he's going to do. This is Erica. That was Sabrina, but my dad, he liked Lily. Was this her first invitation? It was, because you need manners in order to do that. So in order to play this card, you can't have any basic Pokemon cards in your hand. Show your hand to your opponent. I don't know. Then search your deck for a basic card, show it to your opponent, then put it in your hand, shuffle your deck afterward. So I guess this is good in like a pinch situation, but I mean, to show your card to your opponent and then the card you choose to your opponent, that's, I don't know. I don't know about that, but still, super like this card. And yeah, I'm just taken aback by how many amazing pieces of history are here. Of course, this one was a little funny to me because it is Relicanth, but recently, within the past like 4 months or so, I've really grown attached to this Pokemon, specifically due to the art rare that he has and so many cameos within it. But this artist captured it so perfectly and so plainly and so beautifully, and the fact that it was just in there, like, I absolutely love this card from Temporal Forces. Is that Temporal or is that Terra Festival? I think it's Temporal Forces. Wow, Plumpot. Relicanth is underrated. Love the simplicity of it. Me too, Aunt. Me too. Appreciate that. Just letting you know I have you on the TV and UPV on my phone, so if I'm not talking or responding, that's why. Oh, okay, I see how it is. No, I'm just kidding, Jess. You're totally fine, and I appreciate you being here. Always do. Then we're going to get a little into, you know what? Let's just do it. Temporal Forces. So this is Yukamori from Neo Yukamori. Terrafest is Japanese. Thank you. Prismatic Evolution is what I was thinking of, and then it wouldn't make sense. So thank you for that. It has been a long day. Brian Tran, appreciate you being here, fam. Yukamori, indeed. One of her very firsts, too. And you can totally tell, because a lot of her art nowadays and a lot of her clay work is, like, sound and so pristine. Want to cosplay Erica? Do it. I know a cosplayer you could use for some notes. So, beautiful artwork, Yukamori, 95. Well, through 2000. I'm sure this was a little bit later. Girafarig, our palindrome Pokemon, without knowing it, became a meme of a channel. We're going to stick with our gym heroes. Ken Sugimori, Brock, number 111, Brock's Rhyhorn, once again, getting into the simple simplicity of just how you can make something so simple, and yeah, it looks so beautiful. Sugimori cards were my favorite as a kid. And that's funny, Steelix, and welcome, by the way. That's funny because Yukamori, I wasn't really too in tune because I liked the art, but I didn't really buy Neo like I bought the base fossil and Jungle, so that's when Yuka really came out, so I didn't really see her till I was like maybe 12, 13, and then it was just the one card. I have a Caterpie from Neo, and it was just so, like, blew my mind, and I thought it was a novelty card. I thought it was a toy, like a little squeak toy or something. I didn't know how much work went into it, and I still have that card somewhere. I'll have to find it and bust it out for you guys. But yes, this one here, and I did see that OG realistic backgrounds, right? Ken Sugimori. Who would say, oh yeah, the guy that can't do backgrounds? I think it would be Dragon Fang Dan. He'd say, the guy that can't do backgrounds to save his life. But man, I just love that he's taken realistic photos and then drew the Pokemon on top of the photo. Is amazing. Favorite artist, really? And I can get behind that. He does some of my favorite artwork too. And when I say he can't do backgrounds, I'm sure it's just, you know, we're just giving him a hard time, because outside of the realistic backgrounds, as you know, he does a lot of the, like, weird, trippy, psychedelic backgrounds. And here's another one that is a Brock's Vulpix. I don't know where Caradox Rift. I'm sure she's busy, but man, she would love this. I'll have to show her next time she's here. Vulpix using his little, he's making his little fire ring. But if you look at the ground, that's clearly a real picture of the ground, and then Ken came through and painted over it. And I just always found this incredibly fascinating. That is, that's funny. Never noticed, but the Gym Hero cards didn't have a description on it. I like that too. I've never held that card actually, so that was very, very nostalgic for me. Like, I'm very taken aback by this package, especially when you get into the dark Pokemon and you get the Neo Dark Croconaw from Shinichi Yoshida. Steelix, I love all the cards with Pokemon superimposed on real life backgrounds. I find them kind of funny. And as do I. And a lot of them are Ken Sugimori. But we'll keep a lookout if we find any others, because I think that he's one of the best to do it. But this art is stunning. This card is absolutely amazing. It's very muted, and yet again, it looks like you would find this in, like, hanging on a wall somewhere in an old restaurant. He appears to be larger than he is, you know. I don't think he's taller than trees, but it looks like he is, right? Looks like a little dinosaur. Doesn't he look like a little dinosaur? It has 49 teeth in its mouth that are constantly replacing themselves. Pull one out, and a new one grows in. What it doesn't say is immediately. Does it take like a week, or is it like clink? He's a caveman dino. Does anybody remember Captain Caveman? Anyway, Dark Croconaw. Super appreciate. Then we're gonna get into something that made me gasp even. Because of the camera angle, just Parallax. Yeah, I was thinking maybe it was just down here. And like maybe those are just high bushes or something and not like trees. Yep, Misty's tentacle. This one made me gasp. And like, the Flintstones. That's so funny. Looks like he would be working in the quarry next to Fred. Oh, that's so funny. But yeah, as we can see, this is Misty's Tentacool. This is one of the coolest cards out of Gym. Jellyfish Pokemon. Misty featured on the card. I don't think I've ever seen that Tentacool card before. That art is incredible. Incredible, right? It's done by Ken Sugimori as well, which can only make me believe that this isn't a background that he drew. I feel like this is also maybe like an underwater picture. Misty swimming like a new, yeah, like in the new Psyduck, right? The exact same pose. Like if we were to look at her from above, I think she would be in that exact same pose, right? Maybe a little more flat because it looks more shallow in Psyduck picture. But I also want to grow attention to this right here. Look at Tentacool's head, and you can actually see the water reflecting on his head. And like, that's such an incredible attention to detail to me. Absolutely gorgeous. Misty, absolute W. Like, that card in itself is, these are all relics to me. But when I tell you, this is a card maybe I've seen one time before. Water Causa-6 on the Tentacool head. Which I know is incredibly difficult to do unless there was something there before. But if he drew that with these, like if this wasn't an afterthought, if he drew those into the actual picture, which, don't get me wrong, I think he's got the ability to do it. And also on the tentacles. Tentacles. You can see the reflection as well. Yeah, incredible. So I've only seen this card one time. Never held it. And then, of course, I researched it when I was researching Tomokazu Kamiya. Look at this Slow King. Junior Go sleeve. I only got a couple of packs of it. Love. And I love N too. And I believe that N is a Zeraora. It's dark indeed. I've been looking for him. Yeah, I've been looking for him too. Ever since I saw him, really. In fact, I want to say even I saw him on Scott's stream in passing. I think he was giving one of them away once. But Dark Slow King from Neo. Discovery. No. Genesis. Yeah. Each time it yawns, the shelter on its head releases an enzyme that makes it grow even smarter. Nice. Number 199. Tomokazu Kamiya. That's a Dark Slow King. So, absolute W mail. And then there was this here. And of course, this is just a card. And there was a small note just pretty much saying, like, I just wanted to show the age of exactly how old it was, and this is pretty much saying an extended expiration date. Offer expires January 1st, January 31, 1996. And what's really funny is even though it's just like an order mail-in card, I'm gonna keep this in the binder also with all these cards here, just so that I can always remember this story here. And for what it is, man, thank you so much for absolutely all of this and everything, the thought, sharing those with us, sharing that story, and letting me share this with the Ghost community. I really appreciate you, man. DFZ, what's going on, man? How are you? Did you see my new Dark Slow King? Oh, I enjoy them so much. And when I explained those emotions when I saw these cards one by one, I'm not even like sugarcoating it, like gasping, like no way, no way, no way, no, no. So thank you for that. I'm forever grateful, truly. My partner wants to start a Kamiya collection, and he loves the Slowpoke line. Going to have to find him one of these. Oh yeah. That's definitely going to be a staple for all Kamiya. You know what? Normally I like to package them back up so that I can put them away later and all that. But what we're going to do is we're going to set them up. We're going to let them grace their presence here on the stream. Throughout the stream as a thank you, man. Appreciate you. Of course, I did get the Venusaur from Bro Rips in. Doing well, Bass card. Have you seen the Ghastly Haunter from Triumphant? I love the shading. Yes, I have. All of but one time, but I think I did. No, thank you, Kev. I meant the words I sent. You're amazing. Well, I absolutely appreciate that, and these are words I don't say too often, but thank you for that. And I will say that I'm a reflection of everything that I want to be great in the world. And all of you have made me see so much into like what I'm doing, and I just hope I'm helping the way that I'm intending to, because sometimes you just need to get it off your chest. And if anybody ever needs to get it off their chest, you can always reach out to me. You know how to find me. I haven't really been ghosting around too much with my back. It's kind of hard to sit in one spot. I end up laying down for too long. Feels great, but I really hate laying down. So, but no, each and every one of you has changed my life for the better. So for what it is worth, I appreciate you, and every single one of you are amazing. And I just now have a platform that I get to come and remind you all of that every single day. So thank you for being amazing and being here for me and believing in ghosts. I agree, DFG. 100%. And then we're going to get into somebody else's mail here. I got a lot of mail today, by the way. And I still have a very interesting story to tell. But this is another interesting story, and it does have to do with two in the chat. One is in the chat, one is listening in the chat, because I know Jessie said she was in UPV, but I got some Jessie mail today, and we'll run through those real quick. I really like these card shields that you send. I'm actually going to hold on to them and start repurposing them. Ghosty gang, yeah, jump in the Discord, y'all. And I was able to get one of not only my favorite Pokemon, but one of my favorite cards. It is one that I have, so I think I will pull mine out of the binder and put it in the hitbox and replace it with this one, because, as I said, the gifts are a lot. Just got back, perfect timing. Excellent. Welcome back. The gifts I get are a lot more than the cards I pull, so this is going to replace it in the binder, but this will go into the hitbox. But what's unique about this, and I was in Newbie's stream earlier. I don't know if anybody was watching Poke Newbie's premiere earlier. He was opening up the, I think it was the Dark Powers box, or the one with Absol and Gengar. And he was going through and noticed a terrestrialized Pokemon that was terrestrialized in his own type. And that's possible in the game. But I really love when I see Pokemon that aren't their types, like Mewtwo. But I don't understand the design outside of maybe weakness and resistance, but without it having to use electric moves, it's just weird that it's an electric type. But this reminds me so much of Delta species. It's not funny. And I love the Delta species cards of just Pokemon being types that they're not. So I really like these ones. How was the rest of stream? And then, Wooloo! Got the Wooloo. Hops Wooloo. Gorgeous card. Let's talk about it. EC height, EX height. Getting hyped for the EX. Why does it look like he's wearing a chef's hat? Oh, him? Yeah, kinda. That's because the gem for the electric type is a giant light bulb, so we're just seeing the bottom of it. I'm gonna cook you up some pain. Just got off the strain, one stop early by mistake. Ah, this is a pretty card, right? Hops Wooloo, looking off into bigger or better things. I don't know how many of you all have played Sword and Shield. But Hop, to me, is annoying. This was done by Mina Taki. I hate that card. I know you do, boo. You have so many of these cards. You're on an adventure, to say the least, but be safe, alien. You think it's a two-partner? Another Ghibli-style card? It does look like a Ghibli-style. Hop is stupid. Thank you, Emmanuel. I think Hop is annoying, too. You should have last year, yeah, right? You think it's a two-parter? A two-parter. A two-parter. Oh, there it is. Mew was up there ratatouilleing him. Alien, I think, or Mishin, somebody... I'm gonna try it. I think we need a picture of Mewtwo wearing a chef's hat with Mew underneath and ratatouilleing him. Waiting in every corner of me trying to skip him. Right? Hop is a bad rival, but probably a realistic kid. Okay. Okay. I'll call that out. He was not the best rival. That's something that I'll say. He was just annoying, and then he took the Zacian at the end, and it just, I don't know, bugged me. That's beyond my skills. Call me Shins. I don't know. I think that if you gave it a try, I think that you would surprise yourself, Alien. But I'm glad that you're here, Alien, because you're actually part of the next story. Because I got another little thing from Jessie in that package. And the first thing that I got was a card that I actually won, and I absolutely love, the Tyranitar V. from Chilling Reign, I believe, or Battle Styles by Akira Yoshida. Sorry, Aika Oshida. Single Strike Tyranitar V. And then Halion won that same day. And it's Chandelure. By Saki Hayoshiro. Cool. But, as it's a ghost, she gifted it to me. So, Halion, thank you. I absolutely love it. I love my ghosts. This, I believe, is from Fusion Strike. Oh, I love that card. You won that today. Of course, anytime. And then this was in there. You guys, like, you're making me blush and stuff, because this isn't one that I won, but I can, of course, remember it was on screen, and I was like, yo, that Cleavor is beautiful. I've been after that. And I know it's a promo, and I just never got around to it. And now, of course, hard to find. And here it is in my mail. And I can't thank y'all enough. This blew my mind. I love the colors of this card. I love the Pokemon itself. This is PokéGirl Jessie. Sent these cards. 5-band. Done by 5-band, yes sir. The wonderful team at 5-band Graphics. And yeah, just floored me. Did not expect it. And opening the packs, they did that with the Absol also. So, I mean, the one thing that you're doing is testing my memory. She is so great. She's so great. Like, you're testing my memory greatly with this, because I'm always have to think like, oh wow, is that why I have the memory of talking about that card? Did I win it? And no. Go back, watch it back, didn't win it, but there it was. And again, this will be absolutely cherished. I agree, Adam Jones. You're amazing. Aw. Cleavor's thighs diamond shaped? They are, in fact. They are diamond shaped. In fact, I think he's kind of stone, and what's really cool about Cleavor is he's actually a cross evolution of Scyther. So it can go into Cleavor, or it can go, I believe it can go into Scizor or Cleavor, or maybe he turns into it from Cleavor, but only in Hisui. In the Legends Arceus game was the only place I've ever seen him. And he was big, and he was massive, and he was swinging these axe arms around, cutting down forests, and it was just like, oh. The ghost with the most. What's up, Mishins? We were just talking about you. It was meant to be in your collection. Oh, Maddie G, I appreciate you so much. Yeah, you two absolutely made my day with that, and with all of this, just blew my mind, so thank you for that. First boss battle, indeed. Yep, this was the first Guardian Pokemon. That was it. Because they were in a frenzy, and you had to go around and you had to make these little bombs, and you had to go and throw them. Such a great game. Now I might have to play it. You didn't do anything, but we were looking at this card that I also got from Jesse. And Matt Gooch said, why is he wearing a chef's hat? And someone made mention that, he might have Mew under his chef hat pulling like a Ratatouille. And I was like, oh my god, we need a picture of Mewtwo wearing a chef's hat with Mew underneath, like controlling him with his ears or something. And we just think that'd be hilarious. So I was like, Halion, and she's like, that's way beyond my skill level. We need to call Mishins. And then you showed up, so appreciate you. And then I finally got my Belly Bolt. This is the second one of these Belly Bolts, I believe, but this one I got signed by Iono. So, appreciate you, Jesse. Maddie G, for everything you guys do. W stream today. Awesome mail. Really appreciate y'all. And really glad that Mishins showed up right at this time as well. because he's actually involved in my next story. It's funny how this is happening tonight. 10 of y'all here, really appreciate you. If you haven't already, forgot about the Iono. Oh, I didn't. I was waiting for that because I have plans for that. With I'm gonna start framing stuff, and I think that would look better. Yes, you're actually in my next story, because in one of our streams some time ago, I believe it was last week's stream actually, all of this happened very quick. And I don't know if they had reached out to you at all yet, Mishins, but if y'all remember, we went and we raided Travman, Travman TV. And when we were in Travman's stream, Mishins bought me a mystery pack. I'm off Travman's stream, and he opened it up, and it was one of his God mystery packs. Had a bunch of the chase packs in it. Had 151, Prismatic, Journey Together, and Temporal. And it was great. He ripped them open. I pulled some pretty good stuff. It did arrive already. But the one thing that I'll say about it, Mishins, is you will hear some word that he made a mistake, and he accidentally sent it to you. But he reached out to me and said he replaced everything that he pulled, and he sent that to me. But there was one thing he couldn't find, and that one thing, I forget what it was, I didn't watch it back. But what he did, the awesome individual that he is, which I want to remind, did not have to. But he sent one of each pack that was in that mystery pack for me to do with whatever I wish. And I thought, what better way to honor him and thank you, Mishins, than opening them up right here. But on top of the packs that he sent, he also sent me his incredible sticker. Love this sticker. Nice dude, right? Absolute nice dude. So when it does arrive, Mishins, by all means, please keep what comes. And trust me when I say, like, the thought was there, and I appreciate you more than you can say for that. Yep, we're going to pull them all here in just a second. So this is what we have on the lineup, y'all. We're going to rip Temporal, try and pull a Ghost. I think then we're going to go into Journey Together, try and pull Lily's Clefairy. And then I think we're going to go into Prismatic, see if we can just pull that Moonbreon and be done with it, right? Just be done with it. 151, see if we can pull that SAR Zard, but I would much, much prefer to pull something from the Bulba line by Ikigami, would probably be my preferred pull. So we are going to get into those here in just a moment. I do have one poem that I have loaded up. Again, I think we're going to make this just a little bit shorter of a stream, but we will get into some art. I do have to start looking for some artists. I am sorry that I've been short on the artist appreciation shorts. Y'all know I love being consistent. So I want to make sure to start getting back to my daily routine. With my back being the way that it is, sitting down for periods of time really isn't my best friend. I am seeing chiropractors and whatnot, and so it's put a little strain on things. But I did go and I did get adjusted for the first time in 11 years. And yeah, I don't want to say that I'm 100%, but I'm definitely well on my way back. So the one thing that he did was he went through and he said I threw in some extras. So he threw in an A-Spec Scoop Up Cyclone from Prismatic. That's not Prismatic. Someone help me out, because they got rid of A-Specs and Prismatic. I appreciate that. Calling your polls, I like it. Yep, gotta call them all. Nice, right? Snorlax EX, getting hyped for the EX. Oh, Boutique just later. Excellent. Appreciate that, Ryan. They still had him in Prismatic. Okay, they still had him in Prismatic. My mask. Got one of my masks, the Cornerstone mask. Ogre I think that is Priz. Yeah, PRE is Prismatic. 131. Okay. might come as a surprise to everybody. I've never opened a pack of Prismatic myself. And this was what I pulled out of the 151 that he did open that day. The Caterpie. Let's appreciate it. Prismatic got rid of Ace-Specs and Journey. Thank you. Thank you. That Saruta is my favorite artist, but it looks like you've done her already. I'm new here, so I'll have to watch her shorts through sometime. Hey, I appreciate that, Steelix. And yeah, Saya Saruta was actually very special to me because it was one of the first artists that one of my members of the community suggested that I do. And that was the first time that I've done it. A lot of my earlier things were very basic, and I think what I'm going to do is go back and start recycling some artists and appreciate them as I do now. Firstly, I want to say, welcome Steelix. We really look forward to having you here. As far as the giveaways, I do, but I'm not all about it. So we appreciate the art. We open pack slow. We actually read poetry. I write poetry. I've been making poetry for 25 years. And so now I have a forum and a platform to share it, and I love sharing it with all of you. So I appreciate you being here, and I hope you enjoy yourself. Beautiful, right? Caterpie got the respect it deserved with this card. I completely agree, Ant. Love the Caterpie so much, so much. Nice, says Diebsy. And this here, its short feet are tipped with suction pads that enable it to tirelessly climb slopes and walls. And I think this is a really, really funny card. So let's take a look, because at first glance, it's kind of like, well, what is this over here? But there are so many Caterpie in this card. There's a guy down here. It looks like he's having his lunch. Taking a little snooze. For the warm welcome, excited to be here. Yeah, absolutely. I never knew 151 when I got into the hobby, but as soon as I saw Caterpie IR, I purchased it in Japanese. Absolutely a manual. This is a card that would make me say, you know what? Caterpie's not that bad. There's another guy up here looking down at us. Eating his lunch up here. It looks like this is just overall lunchtime. There's another guy out here. Yeah, this was all very well done. This was by T0. That's impressive to me. I didn't think T0 had this in him. T0 is very common. I think he actually did that Moonbreon where he's chilling on the stairs and you can see the shadows in front. I think he did that card too. He better have, or I'm going to be very, very embarrassed. We're looking through the leaf. Oh! Okay. They ate a hole through the leaf. Ah! You blew my mind, Emmanuel. Love that card, the Umbi. I like that Umbi better than the Moonbreon that made Moonbreon. Gouging Fire in the Forest. That's a good one too. So green, right? Gorgeous. So I appreciate that, Trev, man. You're an absolute W streamer. And I appreciate the correction here. I think we are going to go boom. Boom. Boom, boom. I think that's what we're going to do. So let's go. You can see that one Caterpie closest is us nibbling on the hole. Yeah. Yeah, he is. Aww. You guys are so observant. Yeah, you can see the chop of the head and the eater, and that's why the guy in the background. Top right. Yeah. No, the other corner. Now I'm sure it's lagging and you guys are telling me right and I'm just moving it around. But yeah. No, this was an absolute great card. Beautiful art. This is what I call making the best out of a weird assignment, right? We need an illustration rare. Who is it? Well, T0, you're doing Caterpie. And he could have done Caterpie on a branch in a tree, or he could do this. Or they could do this, I should say. Lighting is amazing. And I love when they make the holo play with the card. Of course, this is all just one diagonal, but you can tell the presence of light. Directly right of the one you can see. Yeah, right here. This one? This one? I think he's out of here. I think he's looking like he's ready to get rid of the leaf, if you know what I mean. I'm at the venue. I'll pop in. You're really sorry. Don't be sorry, Alien. You go and enjoy yourself. Don't worry about us. We're gonna be just fine. You enjoy your day, and good luck in the fashion show. That idea is amazing to start with. Feels more like taking a picture of a real caterpillar. Orange V is the head. Yeah. Yeah, he's looking down at us. See him? Bottom left. Got another one down here. Oh, okay, I got you. I got you, I got you. And I agree, because this was based on a real caterpillar too. Below the text there's one more caterpie. Yep. I see one. I meant the same one, not to be confused. Okay, okay. I see two. I see three. I see four. Alright. Let this be our good our four-leaf clover, so to speak. We're gonna name them John, Paul, Ringo, Harry. Yeah. Walking Wake. Bob. Can we get some first pack magic here? Caterpie eating all the four-leaf club. Better not be eating our luck right now. See if we can pour some ghosts. Ah, poor George. No. Let's hear it for George. First pass magic. Let's go. Code card. Great. The first thing I wanted to say, Jesse and Maddie, was code card. Toss it. Go one to the front. I want that Tina you have so bad, right? It is a good card. Ooh, starting off with the darkness. This, it's probably because I've been opening Japanese packs for 6 months, but I was like, man, this feels heavy. But yeah, that's probably why. Alright, let's go. Gorgeous Deerling. There's Rond. Rand, good. Rand, meh. Rond, eh. That's a nice drawing, right? Looks more like a cave painting. You're a Conda collector? Excellent, as am I. And I'm glad I have that. The one Conda card that I really wish that I had was the Carp. Artist name is Rand? Rand. Yep. Let me see if it's Rand or Rond. I think this is Rond. R-O-N-D. Yeah, Rond. R-O-N-D. Rond. Yep. Rond. That's one I'm going to look up. Because that's an artwork. You know those artworks that you're flipping and it's like, whoa, makes you stop for a second? I know they all kind of do that for me, but that one I feel like I would have seen before, you know? What is this guy doing? Oh, that's the background. It looked like he was carrying something. Several raw one and pulled myself, though. Excellent. Excellent. I'm starting to prefer the raw cards, honestly. They're just more convenient. But the more slabs I get, the more I'm like, yes, sealed in history. Done. Final check mark. Mikayu. Where people go, these Pokemon follow. If you scatter food for them, be careful. Several hundred of them can gather at once. Oh, so it's a pigeon. They described a pigeon. Find someone that will sell their Tina, but no one wants to. That's true. But I promise you, Diepsy, if I ever come down to it, I'll choose you. If it comes down to selling it. Because sometimes, when it comes to selling it for want versus selling it for need, those are two totally different things. And you can't eat cardboard, my friend. Midori Harada? Buy an RV, yep. Matsugiri always makes me stop. And Blasty Boy. Isn't Kondo the one who is stopping illustrating? I really hope not. You're hurt? Why are you... Oh, because I won't sell you the... I didn't know you wanted the Tina, Matt. I guess that's weird, like, who doesn't want the Tina, right? I just don't know who's ready to pay that. That's what happened with my car. If I hated something, yeah. Trust me, I get it. Never seen that card for grading. Seems like so much of a hassle. I'm content with all the ungraded. That's true, and only if the hassle is worth it, right? Because when the juice isn't worth the squeeze, it's hard for me to justify, like, paying to get a card graded to get it back, and it gets a 6. When raw, it was valued a little bit more, you know, regardless of its imperfections. This Mawile is so cool. This is a Spada. Docile looking face to lull foes into complacency, then bites it with its huge relentless jaws. That sounds like somebody I know. Fierce Fire TCG. What's going on, fam? How are you? I've been thinking about picking up a Chinese or Korean Giratina. They're only like $100 or something last I checked. Just for the artwork, Steelix, man. I say go for it. It's either Condor or Kamiya. One of them is stopping illustrating. Well, either one is going to be a... I think it's Kamiya now that you say it, Emmanuel. Which I know all the Kamiya collectors are like, oh my god, thank you. But in a way, I know it's kind of like heartbreaking. But either one of them is going to be a very big loss to the game. But not everything lasts forever, which is why the artwork must. GameStop PSA grading service, they do. I've never really went into it. I've never tried. You met my eye? You got what I was saying. Not bad, fam. Been having a bad day. Car died today, sadly. Won't start, so now I gotta get it fixed. Man, that sucks. And I hope it's something simple, like an alternator wouldn't charge a battery, even though an alternator is like $300 to $500 US. I really hope that everything goes well. And I'm really glad to see you, fam. Are you streaming tonight? Best way to collect, in my opinion. I agree. But the prices on their cards will skyrocket. That is true. And not to say that even this card, 50 years from now, wouldn't be worth something if graded in a 10. But Hitoshi Ariga. The geometry in the Vikavolt is amazing, right? I love all the sharp edges. In fact, you won't find one round edge in this thing. Maybe here. But even in his wing, there's a corner. And another card that made me appreciate Vikavolt more so. I agree, whole collection is mixed language. I just like the art. Man, you came to the right place, Steelix. You are in the right place. My dad thinks it's not getting fuel, so not tonight, just relaxing. Made a kid's day today, bought about $50 worth of vintage cards today off him, and he was so happy. It was my highlight of today. Excellent, man. I love that. Making the best out of a sore situation. And not getting fuel, that could be something as simple as patching a leak, man. I'm sure everything is going to be just fine. But best of luck goes out to you, man. And if you need anything at all, just reach out. And if I got it, you got it. I don't got everything, but I got some things. The Great Tusk. Oh, I'm early. Oh, you're early to the thing. Yeah, absolutely fierce. Mixed languages, I don't play that game. I don't care about the language. It's just art. It's all just art. Unless you're playing the game and need to know what the card is saying for that purpose alone, the art's all the same. And in some cases, languages can look better than that of English even. Alien ran down the catwalk, came back so quickly, right? Hi, I'm here. Look at me, look at me, look at me. Okay, bye. Salvatore. I think he's the language teacher. Great Tusk is one of my favorite Paradox mons. Love Don fan. Yeah, excellent. I did not know that. I think Great Tusk is a great design. Can you tell me what are your thoughts on Iron Treads, Emmanuel? Last time I did that was just a dead battery. Wouldn't hold the charge anymore. Can test by start from a jump. Yeah, I'm sure that's the first thing I would attempt to do. We're at the reverses, y'all. We're almost there. Can we do a little peek-see? Do we see anything shining in the next slot? I don't know. I'm nervous. Not a fan of future mons. They feel boring to me. Past mons have better design and more character, in my opinion. Interesting. I think they're boring too. Especially Iron Hands. Iron Sides. Iron Thorns is pretty cool. Iron Jugulus is pretty cool. But essentially they do look pretty boring as far as design goes. Car has juice. Tried to jump it earlier and it had a full charge. Won't turn on. Well, I'm glad you can kind of relax tonight, fam. And get back at it tomorrow and hope it's something small. But yeah. Katsunori Sato. Even in the storyline, Koraidon have more expression than Miraidon since the robot is not that flexible. That is also true, and I do like the running from the Koraidon. I think they could have done a way better job with the Futuremon, both the designs and the names. And the names, right? I mean, I get the Ancient Mon having names like Screamtail and Fluttermane and Sandy Shocks, because that's probably what ancient people named these Pokemon, but I doubt futuristic people were like, oh, he has iron hands, we'll call him Iron Hands. Oh, he has an iron bundle, we'll call him an Iron Bundle. Like, I think the names could have been better as well. I do like Miraidon as well. He is pretty cool. Felt generic. They're robots. That's it, right? Like copy and paste. Gorgeous, gorgeous Bronzong, by the way, with the purple sky, the lightning, the rain. It looks like, this looks like, oh my god, I'm making myself crack up. This looks like the end scene of Shawshank Redemption when he climbs out of the hole and it's raining and he's like, ah! The naming of future mons feels like done by a caveman. Done by a caveman or a 3-year-old. Yo, Kev, I want vintage back. It was a lot better than futuristic stuff. I just hope Gen 10 is really good. Fierce, what are you looking forward to most in Gen 10, man? Well, I think the names came from the people who discovered them, but the iron for all of them sucks. I wish they mixed it up like they did with the Ancient Mon. Right, if it was like Steel Hands, Iron Bundle, Metallic Jugulus, you know, maybe if they had all like different like steel, like metal names. Looks like he's about to have a very bad day with all the lightning and is normally a steel type. You're not wrong. Irons are kind of lame names. I agree. Alright. Boom! Zeraora. Looking badass. We'll sleeve that up in a minute. Iron Leaves / Thorns. Come on. Okay, now I can go to the venue. I have to eyelash glue all around my face. Pray for me, alien. Best of luck. And have fun. Indeed. Hold my first rainbow today. Greet him VMAX from Fusion Strike. Let's go, Alec. How are you doing tonight, fam? Boom! Okay, for Alligator. Regular hollow. Gotta start with the slow simmer. feel like Zero Auras have some amazing artwork. You don't make any futuristic mons. Back to the normal gym battles. Miss the old days of getting in gyms and having to grind to make the Pokemon strong enough to battle gyms, and grind is what made the games fun. But don't make any future mons. Future mons, I can agree. I think the future and ancient mons were good for that game. You know, and now that the game of the, like, Paldea, Area Zero, the Time Warp, I don't think we'll see any more future or ancient mons. What I'm both excited and not excited about is regional variants, if there's going to be any new regional variants. Because we all heard about Charmander, so. Looks like Lightning Form Metachamp. Okay, that's an interesting observation. Don't make any future mons. I feel like the Zero... Oh, what I was saying, Mishans, is I'll take it one further, is that Zero Aura doesn't have a bad artwork out there. But another observation, and if you guys have seen one, please correct me if I'm wrong, but there is zero chill or all chill with Zero Aura in his artwork. He is either so chill it's scary, and just peaceful zen or sleeping, or meditating, or attacking. Is that rumor of the ground-type Charmander true? So I did hear it, and I want to be clear, it is still just a rumor to me as well. I heard it through the grapevine, and I saw a video on it as well that seemed pretty official, but I feel like they wouldn't release that without releasing others, unless it was, like, leaked. I heard the rumor too. Yep. Good night, everyone. Good night, Alec. I was pretty hyped for it. $6 out of a $35 box. My wife thought it was crazy. They often do, Alec. If you're going to bed, man, I hope you have a great rest of your night. And appreciate you popping in. It's always good to see you. The one from Stellar Miracle is amazing. You're not wrong. You're not wrong. Alright. Pack one down. Temporal Forces. Correct, but that sounds really weird. It really does sound weird. But has there been a starter with a different type before? Let's think about it. I don't think so. Legends have Final Evo in different typing form, but the basic Pokemon have form. I don't trust it. Lori, says Fierce. Gen 9 had so many Pokemon I absolutely love, and I really hope for Gen 10 is more of that. And of course now Evolution. But at this point, that feels like pipe dream. I think they're going to do a new Evolution, just because of all the hype from Prismatic and Terra. And very similar to what Fierce is feeling. And I mentioned this in my last stream too, Fierce, but I noticed that Pokemon Company is like... maybe they are wanting a little bit of that vintage, because first thing they went through is they went and released another gym set, right? Journey Together, Heatwave Arena, Journey Team Rocket. They released a new Rocket set. Now they're going back to black and white. So I think they're trying to like hype up a lot of the old vintage stuff and get a lot of the old heads back into it. All right. Let's go ahead and rip 151. Man, to pull an SAR out of 151, any of them would be just incredible. Oh my god, just saw that Zapdos SIR. My number one chase out of 151. Oh, this guy. Yeah, this is a pretty interesting story in and of itself. It does feature all three. This is an incredible, it is Japanese, 151. So I was actually on Bro Rip stream, and there was a member of the community over there, her name is Kay, and she was ripping Paldean Fates like it was going out of style, looking for the Bubble Mew. And she bought so many packs, and she didn't pull it, and I'm like, you know what, let's give it one more chance. I'm gonna buy a pack of Japanese 151 for myself, but I'm gonna buy a pack of Paldean Fates for her. Give her one more shot. She didn't get anything in her pack, but then Bro ripped one pack of Japanese 151, and I sniped it. Too many sets, too fast. It's easy, just money hungry right now. I agree. I just picked up 50 vintage cards today from a yard sale for $1 a card. I'm in heaven. Sniped it, yep. Ash will never be in a game since he was the doppelganger of Red, indeed. In fact, I don't even call him Red, I just call him Ash. I think we all do. Alright. So yeah, that's what a little bit of karma. I would love for an open world game where you can travel back to old regions and battle other gym challenge. Oh, dude. That sounds like an incredible game. I'm also excited just for the off-brand, the Legend ZA. I'm really hoping that that's not... I think that will be the release of Gen 10, but I hope they also do, because they're going to do, I think it's like Wind and Sea, or Gust and Gale, is going to be the new names of the games coming out. Alright, 151, here we go. Grass Gang. That's good. Can we see some Ikigami artwork up close? Red the Maga, so I call him Red. Gold being Ethan trips me up so much. That's funny, I heard somebody, it might have been you, Steelix, in Jesse's stream, who called Ethan Gold. And I was like, is that gold? I think that's gold. And it, like, drew up a bunch of memories. Alright, here we go. Yukamori, 151 Magnemite. See how much cleaner and tighter her work is now? Like, she's gotten so much better over the years. Beautiful Caterpie, speaking of which. He got some love on his little card, too. Tika Matsuno. I think it's funny that his move is Leaf Munch. And that whole other card is him munching on the leaf. There we go. This looks like Narumi Soto. Pokemon, what's going on, fam? Yeah, that was me. Excellent. Here we go. Best of luck. Thank you. Thank you. How you doing tonight, Pokemon? It's good to see you. This is Narumi Soto. Its ability to evolve into many forms allows it to adapt smoothly and perfectly to fit any environment. Hold on a darn minute now. Anybody that knows me knows my theory on evolution, and Eevee, a lot of his earlier cards states that he mutates when he touches radiation stones. What's up with this now? Suddenly it's saying evolution. It evolves into many forms. I'm not buying it. Yo! Sick little Grimer. Nasoto Niso. Born from sludge, this Pokemon now gather in polluted places and increase the bacteria in their bodies. Nice. Nice. 15 of y'all in here. Super appreciate you guys. No, ZTA is not Gen 10. Unfortunately, we are way too close to ZTA to have Gen 10 ready in time. More likely, ZTA will see anniversary sets and mangas be a part of it, and then Gen 10 will release in 2 years. Is 2 years the 30th, Matt? Because I think they're going to coincide the Gen 10 with the 30th anniversary. To Mishin's point, somebody said there has not been a bad Rapidash artwork. It might have been Matty G said it out loud, but I think Mishin's was in the chat. Goes all the way to the top. Big Eevee is hiding something from us, right? You know what? Maybe Eevee is the one to rule them all. Wouldn't it be weird if Eevee was just always a Mew in disguise this whole time? Gorgeous art. Who is that? Nurikabe. The fastest runner becomes the leader, and it decides the herd's pace and direction of travel. Well, let's just hope the smart one is the fast one. Crazy theory. This goes all the way to the top. Crazy theory, right? A PokéGhost theory. Next era is going to be a special era like Heart Gold and Soul Silver. To Zero. Here's another To Zero artwork. Which is why you can see that I said, like, man, I didn't think he had it in him. Because this looks incredible, but this doesn't even look like him anymore. Okay, I can see the similarities in artwork and outline. Hiya, Jesse. Still here, just packing and addressing cars. No, you're all good, Jesse. You're all good. You are a busy, busy person. Yes. This is an artist that I really enjoy. Top 10 for sure. This is Sao Sao. Whiskers are essential for maintaining its balance. No matter how friendly you are, it will get angry and bite you if you touch its whiskers. Nom, 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 nom. I like how he's got a little cowlick. Like, can it smile, or is it always gonna make that face? Aww. Shout out Little Cubone by Shinya Komatsu. This Pokemon wears the skull of its deceased mother. Sometimes Cubone's dreams make it cry, but each tear Cubone shed makes it stronger. Mishin says, Jesse, I love the Ethan's Typhlosion you pulled by Ghidorah. I think that was one of your chases, wasn't it, Mishin? Bam! Woo! Got the Psyduck. How do you like them apples? Speaking of whiskers, Sigh-yi-yi. Into Kamiya Gengar. Nice. What a perfect little pack. I think I just pulled this in Japanese too. I was on Bro Rip stream and actually won a booster box of Japanese 151. More to come on that when I get it. But let's check that out. Favorite Gengar card. Yes, my favorite one. It is constantly racked by a headache. When its headache turns tense, it begins using mysterious powers. Well, that's really funny you say that, because this was the pack that I pulled on Travman. Like, so it really depends on which one I just feel I like better. Because this was out of 151. But I would say yes, this one is typically more favored and favorable. But yeah. Both artworks are absolutely stunning. I'm gonna do what I know I need to do. And we're gonna grab that. Doubled up on the art rare. I certainly did, and that's difficult to do. Especially since I've only ever ripped one pack of English 151 prior to this one, and that was the one that Jesse sent me. So gorgeous. So where do you think he's going? Lighting them both is amazing. I agree. What do you think he's doing? Do you think he's coming somewhere, going somewhere? Do you think he's just overthinking crap, standing on the stairs? I agree, Maddie. 100%. Looking for Misty. Maybe this is the card after Misty's Psyduck, and he's like, oh my god, she didn't come back up. He's taking the path of Joker. Do we ever really know if he's coming or going? That's funny, Blue. That's funny. Doesn't even know how he got there. Wait, why am I going upstairs? Going downstairs. He's just stopped. He's not moving. Maybe he was going somewhere and he got a headache. Maybe that's it. Alright, not too bad so far. Let's sleeve it before we leave it. I'll let y'all decide, because I will sign that right now and give it away. Cubone needs an IR, I agree. Was I supposed to go up or down the stairs, right? Wait, was I going up or down? Alright. Can Misty's Clefairy bring the good luck? Y'all, I don't know if my back can take it if we pull the Misty's, we pull the Lily's Clefairy. If we pull anything amazing, I don't know if I'll be able to take it. Alright, let's go. journey together. This is my third ever pack opening here on the stream. Code card for my Codies. Fourth pack magic, let's go. One to the front. This one's third. Yes, third. Fighting energy. Let's go. Beldum. What is that? Zilch. Lily's Bombay is better than Clefairy. Hot take. You like the Rabombe better? I think, I'll just take the Reshiram and be done. Like, that's the card that I'm after. That's the card that made me want to open Battle Partners. Kodama. I think this is the first time I've seen Torkoal, like, chill. Like, not steaming or spewing anything. Komala. Slumbering Smack. Natsumi Yoshida. Ominous little swing in the background I never noticed before. The most amazing coughing art. This is again by Rond. Same one that did that Deerling. Summer Evie, how are you doing? It's good to see you, fam. How was your day? Like the art of the Rabombe better, but I prefer Clefairy as a Pokemon. Interesting. I would say I'm kind of impartial to Clefairy myself. Both are pretty amazing, artwork-wise. Wow, Mishins. You said it right as I was saying it. That blew my mind. It would have been ominous if the swing was actually swinging, right? Now, do you mean if we could see motion in the swing, or if we looked at the card and the swing was actually swinging? Doing well, had a good day. Excellent. I hope you got everything you set out to get today. We're just here opening some packs, appreciating some art. And then I think I'm gonna read some poetry, and I think we're gonna call it a shorter stream tonight. Just because, for those that don't know, I did hurt my back pretty bad. So depending on how the next couple of minutes go, we'll see how long I'm planning to go. But poetry and artwork is what we're all about. And if you are new here, hello. It is great to meet y'all. Rest, rest, rest. That's what the doctor said, and I'm really trying, Mishins. It's just really hard for me to sit still. I do have a heating... In fact, I have a giant ice pad on my back right now. I'm in my icing phase. This Corporaja is amazing, isn't it? Is he crushing rocks? He is. Oh, thank you. Thank you, Evie. I appreciate you. Done by Ryuta Fuse, or Fuse. I gotta stop looking at y'all. If you can believe, this is me sitting up straight, so anytime you can see my face, I'm actually bent down. Some might say that's what led to the problem in the first place, so I'm gonna try and find a way to put my camera up. Fuse, yeah, they do a lot of amazing art, and I think they're one I'm gonna look for next too. Got the spiky energy. Shop it. Love me some ghosts. This is Miki Kudo. Fairy is more of the night Pokemon. They should have done him at night. On the other end, Rabombe, being a bee, is in the middle of flowers. Makes sense. Gotcha. Pack pain is the worst. Hi, Ghost and family. What's up, Kevin Kalinger? How you doing tonight, fam? And boom. Whoa. Okay. For those that are familiar with me, I love Bombardier. Their cards are just absolutely incredible. Their shiny form is amazing, and their part in the game was amazing too. That is pretty, right? Remember how Cleffa IR is beautiful? Yeah, and you make a really good point, Emmanuel. I feel like Clefairy being the moon Pokemon should have been done at night. They could have made Lillian and Clefairy at night. It would have been fine. Who's the artist on this one? That's Jemmy. Jemmy also is most familiar with doing the Poliwhirl from 151, Standing in the Rain, the art rare. But anything they touch is amazing. Jemmy! I guess it could be Jemmy, but I say Jemmy. Sensei lighting is amazing, right? And I just love the, like, little stipples. I don't know, it just reminds me of, like, Gleams on the Water. The only thing... He did the Glaceon V-Star, too, yep. Or they did. Need to get the Clef IR. I just got the Crocorio promo Clefa in the mail. Excellent. It was a Black Star promo in English. Incredible. Yeah, the Clef IR from Obsidian Flames by Hyoganosuke. Those are the cards that will be around for a long time. Hishi. Taking a screen cap, adding them to the must-buy list. Absolutely. What's going on here? There we go. Alright, and boom! Into the Noivern. Hollow. And he's looking creepy. I love the sound waves. Like using echolocation. This is from Journey Together, which is English Battle Partners. Anasoki Dynamic. The Batman. And the Poliwhirl AR from 151. Yep, Poliwhirl AR from 151. Pulled the Team Rocket Mewtwo last night in a pack battle. Get out of here. Team Rocket Mewtwo, the SAR Mewtwo. Gorgeous card. The Full Art Mewtwo? Which Mewtwo? Too awesome. Yeah, that is too awesome, man. I really like that SAR Mewtwo. Giovanni's Mewtwo from Team Rocket. The glory of the Rocket Gang. Come on, Prismatic. Please be something good, right? It's just sitting there. Just sitting there waiting to be ripped. Let's just pull that Moon Kitty and be done. Temporal. I'll make sure that I keep these all organized for now. It's really good to see that side deck. Journey. I feel like somebody's shooting crabs trying to double their money. Shooting crabs trying to double their money. Shooting crabs? What's up, ALB? Why would you shoot crabs to double your money? Give us a Master Ball Evolution crab. Oh, I gotcha. So, funny story about these, Al. About a week ago, I think it was about a week ago. Craps, traps, someone shooting traps, straps, bars, wraps, naps, ALB wraps. Sometimes speaks in all caps. Like he's earnest calling, taking naps. Where is Ernie? Good luck, here we go. So, slaps. We went to Travman, straight facts. Went to Travman's stream on a raid a week ago, and Team Missions was nice enough to buy me a mystery pack. There was a mix-up. He accidentally sent the giveaway to Missions, so he replaced the cards that I pulled and then sent me a bunch of the packs too. So he sent me all the packs that were in the mystery bag, and that's what we're opening here. It'll be hard to beat that Psyduck. I know you'd say that, Ryan Tran. So we're going to see if maybe we can just get lucky. This is my first ever Prismatic Evolution pack that I am going to open right now for all of you. So best of luck. Thank you. Charmander, give me some. Thank you. Get some Ghost Luck. Get some of that Tina, some of that Doom. God pack, come on, that would be... I don't know what I would do. I don't know what I would do. They don't open too well, do they? Alright, code card. Hello, Grass Energy. That's not bad. I'll take that. Yeah. If it was a God pack, I would probably just like, and then I would be just paralyzed. So I would be streaming from the floor. Got the bronze ore. Oof. Furfrau by Kaisen. That's a beautiful art. That's a neat buff too. Link dropping, never stopping, Ryan Tran. Look at this Larvitar looking so happy. Shinomori Yukichi, sorry. Born deep underground, it can't emerge until it's entirely consumed the soil around it. We've all eaten dirt. Binding mochi. Coochie? That's not what I said. That is a cute Larvitar. Looks like you. Kuchiki. Every single one of these faces looks like he's urinating in that pond there. I'm sorry. I see the resemblance, says Lori. Yeah, this guy's urinating in the lake. Sunbathing tree. Okay, sunbathing. He could be sunbathing. ID 2. That's by Tsuki. They are peeing in the pond. They are peeing. So it's said on rare occasions that one of their heads can fall off, and if it does, it just continues its life as an execute. Now I can't unsee peeing. I'm sorry, Emmanuel. There's another peeing card out there that I found, and it's Pancham. Y'all know the one I'm talking about. Explorer's Guidance. All stages of relieving once. Now I know what Mega Drain really means. Not watering the plant is watering. Yeah. I've heard of a watering plant, but that's ridiculous. Alright. Janine's Secret Pokeball. Okay. I hurt his back. I'm trying not to laugh too hard. Pokeball, Janine. Let's go. Explorer's Guidance. Alright. I'll take the Glaceon. This looks like a Rika Glaceon. That is a Rika Glaceon. Be chill. Glaceon. Nice Glaceon. I'm crazy laughing at my phone at the moment. Permeating Chill. Icicle Missile. Lowers its body heat to freeze its fur, and its hairs become like needles it can fire. Jeez. Got something from the tag. Yep, got the Pokeball. I'm okay with that. I'm okay with that. The texture on these things is banana sandwich, like, even in the picture itself, they spent a lot of good time on these. So, let me know if you guys would like to see them continue Pokeballs for specialty sets. In English. In the picture. Let's see the texture on the Pokeball. Close up. Close up. Bye. Yo, Ghost. What's up, EDF? Gotta go. Happy streaming. Have a great night, Mishans. Thanks for popping in. Got something from it. Bye, Mishans. Bye. Yo, Ghost. What's up, EDF? I hope you're doing well, fam. Jesse, hello. Sorry, driving all day. I didn't hop in y'all stream. It was a fun one, Al. It was a real fun one. Although Streamlabs had something against me today. It didn't really like me winning. But I can't really complain considering I've won a lot. Excellent. Like sun rays in those texture cards are insane, right? I'll get you the picture close up, Al. You're good. Was that weekend your card show? Let's see if we can get the texture in the picture. Like a fingerprint texture. Went to a barbecue with my brother in arms. Excellent. How was it, man? I'm not super crazy for the Pokeball cards, to be honest. Really, Maddie? I love them. I will say that I'm not crazy that they replaced art rares. I like the textures, but make new artwork at least. Don't reuse the older set. And you'll notice that in specialty sets, that's the case. They'll always do that. How you been, Ghost? Man, I've been doing alright. I've been taking a little time away from the sitting and streaming and jumping in people's chats for too long. Because I injured my back. And in fact, it's funny that you're here. Because in fact, this was something that just popped up not too long ago. There was a card show last weekend, and not this week and this weekend, but I didn't go this weekend. Might go tomorrow. Yeah, what's up? Always good since him and Dad know how to cook. Dad is 89 years old. Good on you. Be way too much. It's already impossible to complete. It's already impossible to complete. Alright, gotcha, LB. I remember you talking about this one. 89 is a long life, indeed. Yeah, it's funny. We just pulled this open from the mail that I got from Trav, man. And then you popped in, so. Appreciate y'all popping in. This was going to be designed to be a little bit of a shorter stream. Got the Cornerstone also. Got the Gengar, pulled the Psyduck from the 151. Got the Caterpie from 151. Greed Steelix. I like the texture, but rather they just go back to making the reverse hollows look actually shiny looking. At my older reverse hollows makes me so sad about the new ones. Without new artwork other than the SAR, the specialty sets feels like a Ponzi scheme. And I think that's about where I'm at, but at least like sets like Paldean Fates had 113 baby shinies with a couple different illustration rares, right? 3 different illustration rares, so they could have done a little bit better in that department and made more illustration rares. But I think them having so many baby shinies gave us something to keep striving for, because they're new and different and unique. Alright, and then of course Travman sticker. But recapping here, ALB, that last video uploaded was fire. I agree, man. Definitely a great video. If anybody hasn't seen it, I highly suggest you go and watch it. Baby Shinies are new artwork, unlike pasting different hollow pattern on existing cards. Exactly. Which they did do. All the base set in those were reused artworks from the past. These showed up from Antalgic today in my mail, and so I'll just run through these one more time. Sent me a Neo Brock's Ride-On, or a Gym Leader's Brock's Ride-On. A random white card. Yukamori First Edition. Giraffe-Rig. Its tail has a brain of its own, which can respond to stimuli such as scents. Many unsuspecting people have been bitten by it. Remember, ALB. Gold, Snorlax, Chilling Rain, please. Overnighted UPS priority AM. Look like an error card. This looks like an error card. What makes it an error card? That white. Oh, that's just how the old colorless looked in our day. That was before the rainbow patterns on the colorless cards. Or normal typing. Got the Relicanth. I think he means the last playing card. Oh. This one? It's actually an old order card that was included in the package just simply due to the date of how old these are. He just threw that in there. But yeah, that's total error card. Yeah, that's funny. Good catch though, Klinger. Good catch. The good manners. What's really funny is I just noticed this looking through it a second time. I noticed that this looks like Bellsprout, Weepin' Bell, Victory Bell. But look at the flower pot. It's in a Vileplume flower pot. Yep. Great card. Got the Sabrina's ESP. Ken Sugimori. You did. I must have missed it. I'm sorry, Emmanuel. Because that just made me really excited to see. I'm sorry, man. I must have missed it. That's a good reminder. I gotta fill up my coffee. You like the poll? Polly? Polly? Oh, this little guy? Yep, her collection of dolls. Poliwhirl, yeah. First edition Golbat fossil. Gotta take a call, we'll be back soon. No worries at all, Emmanuel. And this, first edition Neo Unknown. This is CRCG Gangs. And Emmanuel reminded us this is 3D rendering. And I know Mishin said goodnight already, but I gotta remember to show him this next time for the lighting. Because this is some incredible lighting work in this card here. And then we got the Misty's Tentacool with some amazing water effects. And Misty herself swimming in the background. Seemingly in the same bathing suit she's still in today. Another observation made earlier was she's in the same swimming position as she is on the new Psyduck card. That's really cool, right? Got the Dark Crocodile. Brock's Vulpix. The Dark Slow King. Neo by Tomokazu Kamiya. Mind Shock. So yes, Antalgic, thank you for sending those through, as well as the story and what it means, man. Cherish these cards forever. Very special place in the binder. It's here. Those ones there. These ones here. Cool. So, what I think we're gonna do now is I'm just gonna pack up the mail real quick, because I have this really bad habit. I don't know if I'm the only one. I have this really bad habit of not picking up anything and then not knowing where everything came from. I like them cards. They look amazing for their age, right? And so well taken care of. Little me didn't play the game either, just admired them. Me either, I would say. In fact, admittedly, I think that I used to have a stance on this, and now I'm kind of in the air on it, but I feel like all collectors should know how to play the game of what they're collecting. But now, of course, being into the art so much, it doesn't really matter if you know how to play the game of what you're collecting. But I think it's just fun to know which cards are playable, which cards can drive the price up versus not. And if you were to ever play the game, which cards would be favorable. Because I'll tell you, man, I've had some cards in the game that I didn't really care to look at because they were just not great or attractive cards, but they were powerful. So I held on to them. Just a reminder, y'all, if you haven't subbed up, I do recommend it. We are trying to get into 600. I'm at 584 as of right now. And I'm going to be giving away the Celebrations Greninja promo when I get to 600. So go ahead and smash the sub, smash the like, tell your friends. Can't wait for that. It's going to be fun. So, 600 subs, right around the corner there. What do I want to do? Where are we? No worries at all. I hope you saw the Vulpix, though. Because, man, that Vulpix was incredible. Shout out Matty G and his Lucario. Yeah. And shout out Mr. Skang and the Beware. The derpy Vulpix, yeah. I guess he looked kind of derpy. I know the rules of the game from like 20 years ago, but I have no idea what's playable now. And trust me, now, yeah, the cards from back then. It was funny because I actually had a good friend, and that's how I got a lot of the cards in my base set collection. Not to say I didn't have them, but he went through and kind of swapped them out, my non-hollows for his hollows, and all that good stuff. Jessica Parker, how's it going? I hope you're doing well. Welcome in. And he would play the game like competitively. He had decks, and I was like, man, you play Pokemon, that's crazy. I've got so many cards. If you want, you can come over and take a look through what I have. And he did, and he's looking through all my bulk, and he's like, man, this is incredible, but these are like 30 years old. And I was like, okay. And he's like, these cards wouldn't even compete today. Like, they're not even able to be used today. It's like, oh, okay, they're just too weak then. Well, if you collect them, we can trade. Find it so funny, because 12-year-old me would put all of my fancy cards, hollows and reverse hollows, etc., on my deck to play with, so look extra. Oh, you gotta flex, right? That's why I'm solely believe that they make gold item cards, is solely so that you can flex your deck while you're playing competitively. If IR, SAR, SRs, etc. existed back then, they would have been in your deck. Oh, no doubt. In fact, what you should do, Jesse, is I'm sure you have your old deck, or you have a list of your old deck. What you should do is go through and remake that deck with cards today. Sorry, my typing is so wonky right now, and I've thought about remaking them. I do have a few lists from tournaments, but I've deconstructed all my decks and put them in binder. Well, that's fair. Do you have a binder of, like, just decks? I don't like that. How's the weather there? The weather here? Not right this second, but our days are getting to be over 100. No, but that's a really cool idea. Yeah, I figured if you get like a little four page binder, or a 4-slot binder, just have a little, and that can be your deck, like that's the deck you use. I think that would be really cool to kind of cement it in your archives. The weather here is hot, yes. We are now in our phase of hot, so. But we are just pushing that just about 2-hour mark, y'all. I really do want to keep going, but I think it's probably best that I call it for my back's sake. And I really appreciate you hanging out with me, listening to my stories, and opening some mail with me today. I am still trying to plan that story stream for Monday, so please all come on by. I think I'm going to do it probably right around bedtime on the East Coast, so it's not going to be like midnight or anything like that. But we're going to just sit there and read Alice in Wonderland and see what happens, see how we like it. It's only going to be the first couple chapters. But I figured we could do that every Monday and see where we go from there. Also, I am working on getting more of a like instant giveaway thing set up so that we can kind of do more of those as we go. But the one thing that I'm really hurting on right now is hits for the hitbox. I just don't have a whole lot of packs coming through, and as far as traveling around has been a little tough lately. But I promise everything is going to get back to normal once my back gets back to normal, and I can sit here for hours and hours and hours on end, or find a new comfortable position to do it in. But yeah, I figured that it wouldn't be right if we didn't end with some kind of bedtime story. So what I did want to do was I am going to go ahead and read one more poem for you guys. It is one that I had fallen on. It is not a long poem by any means, so don't worry. But it is a poem by my favorite, Edgar Allan Poe. And I guess I could do this too. If anybody has any requests, you can always come with requests also. And I'd be happy to fulfill requests. The only thing that I do look for before I can read anything live is it has to be in the public domain. And then I can read it. But if you have any requests of one that I've done in the past, I am working on my own also. Laying down a lot has given me a lot of time to write. So that's something that I've been doing. So I'm trying to finish that so that I have something to read to y'all too. And maybe I'll be having it done by Monday, we'll see. Paradox statement, says Ryan Tran. I'm going to write it down. I should have a notebook. Okay, should is arbitrary. I do have a notebook. That actually just sounds fun to read. Okay, I'll wait for the poem. Okay, I'll make it fast, Dan. Alright, let me stop the music as always, y'all. And I don't know who is familiar with this. This isn't what I wanted. As much as I appreciate that. This is the one I wanted. And this poem's actually been in my mind a lot these past couple days. And it is Edgar Allan Poe, and it is called A Dream Within a Dream. Take this kiss upon the brow, and in parting from you now, thus much let me avow, you are not wrong who deem that my days have been a dream. Yet if hope has flown away in the night or in a day, in a vision or in none, is it therefore the less gone? All that we see or seem is but a dream within a dream. I stand amid the roar of a surf-tormented shore, and I hold within my hand grains of golden sand. How few, yet how they creep through my fingers to the deep, while I weep, oh God, can I not grasp them with a tighten clasp? Oh God, can I not save one from the pitiless wave? Is all that we see or seem but a dream within a dream? Paradox statements, Ryan Tran. Whoa. I just had a top loader avalanche. I'll have to look it up. Paradox statements, unless you're just saying paradox statements in general, Ryan Tran, or is that an actual, like, written piece of work? Just curious. And yeah, that was fun. That was fun. Well, there's a lot more people here, and I said bedtime story, and that one was a little bit rough, right? I do like that one too, and I often think that myself, like walking around and seeing so many things bewildering. I'm just like, what is going on? Is this a dream? Is everything I see or seem but a dream within a dream? But there was an old, I believe it was a wise man is who it was, but my dad's I'm gonna hear it from my dad. Can't remember who, but they were pretty much explaining that they had dreamed one night that they were a butterfly. And the dream was so real. Like, man, it felt so real. I felt the power of the flowers under my feet and the wing in my wings, and it just, man, I'm so convinced that I was a butterfly. And so he asked the question if he was a man dreaming he was a butterfly, or a butterfly dreaming that he was a man. So, yeah. Welcome in, still 15 of y'all left. Now I'll read a true bedtime story. I read this one last time too, but it's still up here on my tab. So what I'll do is I will ask Matt or Ryan or Lori, if you're still in. When you wake up in a cold sweat from a crazy dream. Yeah. Wake up in a cold sweat from a crazy dream. I wish I could remember my dreams nowadays. Which is also kind of like true to that too, like, maybe because I can't remember that because I'm dreaming right now. But that could be it as well, when you wake up from a cold sweat, from a crazy dream and can't remember what it was. Alright, one more. But, is anybody still on? Is, UPV Hollow and All Blue and Spokat. Alright, well, I feel like I kind of owe it to Hollow Hunters. I know it was Johnny's birthday yesterday. I didn't pop in to say hello and happy birthday. But yeah, we'll go there. But I'm going to go ahead and read Winkin', Blinkin' and Nod, y'all, one more time. Just because that makes me happy, by Eugene Field. And I said bedtime story, and that's more a bedtime story than anybody. If you're not hanging around, thanks so much for hanging around as long as you did, y'all. I really appreciate you. And come back. Come back on Monday. We're going to be doing a lot more reading, however. And I do wish you all the best of nights, and I'm going to finish it off with this, and then we'll go raid. Winkin', blinkin' and nod one night, sailed off in a wooden shoe. Sailed off on a river of crystal light into a sea of dew. Where are you going, and what do you wish? The old moon asked the three. We have come to fish for the herring fish that live in this beautiful sea. Nets of silver and gold have we, said Winkin', Blinkin' and Nod. The old moon laughed and sang a song as they rocked in the wooden shoe, and the wind that sped them all night long ruffled the waves of dew. The little stars were the herring fish that lived in the beautiful sea. Now cast your nets wherever you wish, never afraid are we. So cried the stars to the fishermen three, Winkin', Blinkin' and Nod. All night long their nets they threw to the stars in the twinkling foam. Then down from the skies came the wooden shoe, bringing the fishermen home. 'Twas all so pretty a sail, it seemed, as if it could not be, and some folk thought 'twas a dream they dreamed of sailing that beautiful sea. But I shall name you the fishermen three, Winkin', Blinkin' and Nod. Winkin' and Blinkin' are two little eyes, and Nod is a little head. and the wooden shoe that sailed the skies is a wee one's trundle bed. So shut your eyes while mother sings of wonderful sights that be, and you shall see the beautiful things as you rock in the misty sea, where the old shoe rocked the fishermen three, winking, blinking, and not. Appreciate you guys being here for as long as you have. I'm sorry this was a little bit of a shorter one, a little 2-hour. Someone told me that if I'm going to do it in moderation. So that is what I'm going to do, and force myself to stop as much as I don't want to. We're going to go ahead and let's go to the Hollow Hunters, and we'll go raid them. Everybody here, please never let anything stop you from getting what you truly want to get, and just don't give up. And you can always do that through peace, love, and Pokemon. But I really appreciate you guys being here, and your support means more than anything. And I really appreciate you guys for believing in ghosts. Thanks for the stream. Good night. Yeah, absolutely. Had a wonderful time. Goodbye, everyone. Certainly. And Ryan or Matt, if we can post Hollow Hunters link real quick, I would really appreciate that. And we'll just go over, as always, PokéGhost raid. And I appreciate that, Ryan. And yeah, I'll see you guys over there for a minute. But I really appreciate you guys, and have a beautiful night.